Morning, everyone. My name is Glenn Feist. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada with Joe Paulos and Garrett Hampton. We are GuitarPlayersClub.com. Players, instead of an S, has a Z, GuitarPlayersClub.com. This is a series of free lessons designed for absolute beginners, and we're going to refer to our ebook. This lesson is based on the ebook that you could click the link below and receive the ebook via the internet from Joe. Today we're going to talk about the minor chords. We're going to skip B, we're going to do B separately, so A minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor, and G minor. Last lesson we did A through G, which is the major. We don't say A major, we just simply say A, C, D, etc. Okay, so let me know how I am on the frame, Joe.
Yep. We're
going to start with the A minor, and the A minor is basically the E chord dropped down. Okay, so when I'm going to even talk about the E chord since I'm talking about A minor. So A minor, we're going to take our index finger, our first finger, we're going to go to the B string, the first fret, B1, first fret, second fret. We're going to take our middle finger, we're going to go E, B, G, D, the D string, or E, A, D. We're going to go D, second fret. We're going to take our ring finger, we're going to go E, B, G, second fret, first fret, second fret. So the A minor is B1, index, middle finger, D2, ring finger, G2. And we're going to focus our pick on either, probably A string on down. We're going to try to avoid low E, usually, 9 out of 10 times. So, now to digress, I was talking about the E because here, the only string that's open is E. If I take this exact shape and come up to the G string, I've just gone from G, D, and A. Okay, so this is E. This is A minor. A minor, the exact same chord, we started on the D string instead of the A string. In the old days, before electronic tuners, you had to use a tuning fork where you'd hit the tuning fork, you put it against the guitar, it would make a high E. You had to, by ear, tune your high E to that and then tune everything from this, from that high E. Then the two chords you would use to tell if you were in tune were E and A minor. But now we have tuning methods that we already talked about. You have the computer, you have tuners you attach to your headstock, tuners you plug in. It's a lot easier now. So we just did A minor. We're skipping to C minor. C minor is... This basically is the exact same thing as a bar chord. Here's the bar chord, just for education purposes, don't worry. So now we're going to make it easier. Instead of asking you to bar, B-A-R-R-E, instead of barring all 5 strings, we're just going to make it easier and do this C minor. Okay? So, C minor.
And actually, if you slide it down 1 fret, you get a B minor.
Exactly. And therefore, like we talked about in earlier lessons, thank you, Joe. It's B minor, C sharp, D minor. You can slide that chord all the way down the neck and have D minor, D sharp, E minor, okay? Just for education purposes. Now, C minor, we're going to take our index finger, we're going to go to the 3rd fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, index finger, E string, 3rd fret. Our middle finger is going to go to the B string, 4th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty easy. Our ring finger is going to go to the 5th fret on D, and our pinky is going to go to the 5th fret on G. So I really recommend making it this way instead of this way. Okay, so that's why, again, index finger, E3, middle finger, B4, ring finger, instead of going to G, take that ring finger, go to D, and then put that pinky on G underneath it, on D5 and G5, and that makes it a lot easier than trying to do this. That wouldn't be wrong. There is no right or wrong in Guitar Players Club, but it makes it a lot harder, it makes it a lot easier. This makes it easier to practice this. So that's C minor. Now we're going to go to D minor. Okay, D minor, the index finger, E string, high E, 1st fret. Middle finger goes to E, B, G, the G string, high E, B, G, 2nd fret. And the ring finger goes to E, B string, 3rd fret. Now on the C minor, you would strum all 4. In the D minor, you can again focus your picking basically on D on down. You're strumming. If you hit A, no worries, no big deal. So D minor, again, index finger, high E1, middle finger, G2, ring finger, B3. And that's the D minor. E minor is a two-finger chord. I really recommend using your middle finger and your ring finger, because if you make the E minor this way, again, it's not a question of right or wrong, but if you make the E minor this way, when you try to make an E chord, you have to totally change your grip. So if you make the E minor with your middle finger, no first finger, middle finger, A string, EA, or E, B, G, D, A string second fret, ring finger, D string second fret. That's an E minor. And again, I stress these middle two fingers, so you can then, therefore, take that first finger and put it on G1 to make an E. Okay, so here's E chord. We're digressing here for a little bit. Here's E minor. So E minor is part of an E chord. Okay, something for beginners to learn. Make the E minor that way. F minor is going to be very difficult for beginners. Unfortunately, it's take that first finger, E, B, G, strings, first fret, you have to bar it, B-A-R-R-E, that's what we refer to in bar chords. So then your ring finger or your pinky, depending on the strength, is going to go to the D string, E, B, G, D, 3. And unfortunately, that's just a difficult chord. In the F minor, you can strum the 4 we're using, sometimes A, usually the 4 we're using. Okay, and lastly, the G minor. The G minor, you can do your index finger or your ring finger. Probably start with the index for beginners. We're going to use the E, B, G. We're going to squeeze. We're going to drop our thumb to where our thumb is lowered, which is going to make it easier to hit E3, B3, G3. Another way to do it is this way, but that's more advanced. So G minor, 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, E, B, and G, all with the first finger. That's a lot easier than doing this or this. So there's the G minor. So today we reviewed A minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor, and G minor. Did I miss anything, Joe? All right, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you.